Test this question. Are there things that might take me a while to learn, but once learned will save me hours, days of struggle?
Yes.
How about years of struggle?
Once learned. I shudder to think, but I got a yes. Yes.
How about lifetimes of struggle?
It's a lot of struggle. See if I can get a signal on a yes for that.
Okay, how many of these are there over 10 of these taught in this skill?
I got over 10.
Okay, so the point here, that's the point of this, is people just don't understand, like, what does this have to do with me, they ask. You know.
Okay, how about that? That looks normal. I look like an adult, huh?
Okay. Okay, now,
All right.
I want you to test, is caring what people think one of my symptoms?
Is Karen on? Yes.
Okay. So now, using Nancy, whose studio you're sitting in right now, I want you to lower how you care about what she thinks to 0, and tell me when you're at 0. You just absolutely do not care what she thinks at all.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, you got it?
Yeah.
How does that feel?
Pretty good. Green.
Bring your head back into the middle.
It feels very nourishing. I feel like gave myself a spinal adjustment after I did that. In a nice way. Like I felt I felt open.
That's nice.
Pardon?
That's very nice.
Oh. Sorry about that shot.
Now, I want you to, okay, now, just to make this really work, I want you to link your etheric body with Nancy's. And tell me when you've done that.
Okay.
How does that feel?
It feels solid. That's good. I feel more upright and like with her.
So this is what you do instead of trying to manipulate people by being the way that you think, the way they think they want you to be. You be yourself and simply link with them. Get it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Now remember, this isn't gonna last you more than 5 minutes. When we stop this camera and we stop filming, you're going to have to spend the rest of your life checking and making sure that you're not caring what anybody thinks.
Maybe. Started 25 years ago. Instead of this one, this would have been a good one. Okay, I'll do this.
Okay.
I see it as a substance in myself.
Okay, yes, that's a very good way to see it, as a substance. Now, so we're going to look at a lesson. And the name of this lesson is Recall Natural Laws. And this is the lesson page for it. Right here it says Recall Natural Laws. Yep, see? And if I put you back now, and it's got all these lessons on it. But the lessons are very diverse. They're like fasting, feng shui, God connectors, God disconnectors, harmonic dancing, waking yourself up without an alarm clock, disease clearing, disability preview. Now I want you to test something. about yourself.
Yeah.
Tess, do I have a 13th dimensional disability?
Yeah, I'm not anymore. I mean, I accessed it the other day, and I named it, but I didn't intentionally remove it till now, maybe officially with another person.
Okay.
I was on to myself a couple days ago. I noticed that with Stacy, myself.
When you feel as though you're being unkind,
Right.
or other people are unkind to you, that's the time to check yourself
Yep.
for a 13th dimensional disability.
Yes. I want to thank Keely for teaching us that, for reinforcing it.
Whenever you think you're being unkind or somebody else is being unkind, what you want to ask is, have I been to the 13th dimension?
Uh-huh.
Because the minute you go to the 13th dimension, you'll get a disability. Unless you're Mother Teresa and you work from the 13th dimension, in which case you don't get disabled because you're used to it. But people who don't do that will get disabilities. Now I want you to test. You see, there's another page now that's a preview page, and it has some questions on it. One of the questions is, am I accessing higher dimensions than when I first started doing Immunix?
Am I accessing higher dimensions? Yeah, like at first I'm stabilizing at a higher set of dimensions. Like I'm stable, I can stable and hold myself between like the 80s and 90s and 100s.
Right.
Rather than just the 25s. Sixes.
I think there's somebody else using your studio, Barb, because I hear music in the
Oh,
background.
there's music coming from downstairs.
Is that a group just practicing there?
It's an underground bar called the Matador.
Oh no, really?
Yeah, it's a lot like my father's old bar, except they have sometimes live music. But actually, I think that's just a disc jockey. It's like this: you walk down a flight of stairs, you're actually under the street.
So you mean the studio? Her studio is above a bar?
Oh yeah, there's a lot of things on. And this is the second floor, and that's actually the underground floor. So there's a whole series of things on the first floor.
Oh no!
And there's and this is this is a whole block. So actually, that bar is in the next building's basement. I think it's a different building, but this building ends right here at this wall. One more wall over. But yeah, that's the Matador bar.
Well, I guess it doesn't matter because she works there 9 to 5, right?
Yeah, and Nancy's a musician anyway, so she doesn't get bothered by music.
So now, test this question. Can I do a form of non-physical acupuncture with non-physical needles?
Yes.
Have you ever done that?
Yes.
What's that like?
It's very effective. On myself and other people. Well, mostly myself. I really see how sort of massaging the subtle fields can resolve a situation, or like if you forget to say something, or you said something, I said something, maybe it wasn't the best timing, I can kind of erase things and remove things, or like get them smoothed out from a distance. And with the acupuncture, I can just kind of remove pain or address pain. It's really like more I address pain. I sort of push it in and through and remove it in a different way with acupuncture.
And this now you're talking about non-physical acupuncture with non-physical needles that you do by testing, right?
Well, I access, acupuncture. I ought to think more closely about that, because what I do is probably more akin to shiatsu.
But you're still talking about testing each point.
Yeah, I'm using non-physical way of doing it.
Yeah, like what's in this lesson.
Yes, yeah. In fact, you told me to look at these, and I spent one night, almost all night, doing it. Did the whole thing in one night, and I forgot. But yeah, I did like acupuncture kind of thing, more for headaches and meridians than what we're doing now.
You know what I call it? Psychic acupuncture.
Yeah, addressing. Yeah, well, I don't know if this is the same thing, but sometimes I see key people and where they are in the, universe or whatever, and I kind of can, like adjust, like I can think of them as points in a particular, including you or other people, my family members or stuff like that. I can work on people like that when I'm working on a group.
And you alter us, you mean you do acupuncture on our meridians with this approach?
Yeah, like maybe the meridians we share as a team or a group or whatever. I'm sure we have some way that we're, riding some kind of similar thread. And so when I work on people that are, doing on a common mission, for example, or a common project, then I can just adjust them slightly so that they, can get the job better. They can get the result or function better.
So you work on people from a distance.
I do.
Okay.
Very controversial, I might add.
and your what would you say are some things that you're in the process of curing now?
Like the noosphere kind of thing. I'm kind of in the process of like assisting with slowing things down so that we can have seen the worst, that we don't have to see any more carnage, just like little, like mishaps, like car accidents and explosions and guns misfiring and bombs being accidentally dropped. I started realizing today that immunics for me has been preventative medicine. It's preventative medicine. Somebody asked me today, what's the cure for the cold? And I realized, once you got the cold, you might as well drink ginger and echinacea and stuff.
No, that's wrong. You need to remember that at any moment, any person can cure himself and he will connect with God by doing that. So do not tell people to drink ginger tea when they get a cold.
Oh, no, I didn't tell them. That's what other people were telling them. But I must say that I felt a little like, the person's got the cold already. Whereas I would like to, I think that if they had been practicing immunics along the way, that it helps you not have to get the cold to begin with.
Right. Well, I think that the point you were trying to make is somebody says, what's the cure for the cold? And the cure is you don't get it. Because when you do enough of this, see, I haven't had a flu even try to come on since 1993.
Yeah, same here.
Test this question. Are there things that might take me a while to learn, but once learned will save me hours, days of struggle?
Yes.
How about years of struggle?
Once learned. I shudder to think, but I got a yes. Yes.
How about lifetimes of struggle?
It's a lot of struggle. See if I can get a signal on a yes for that.
Okay, how many of these are there over 10 of these taught in this skill?
I got over 10.
Okay, so the point here, that's the point of this, is people just don't understand, like, what does this have to do with me, they ask. And that's what it has to do with them. All we're really, doing is trying to get the person to test these questions the way you're testing them.
Well, I can see how someone would need maybe a coach or a buddy or something, a team.
Yeah, it really helps, doesn't it, for them to have a coach or a team?
I'm not saying that, but when I think of how much personal time I've had with you and other people, and I still, I'm still learning things.
Oh yeah, that's so true. Everybody needs a coach. Everybody needs a buddy. Everybody needs a group. Everybody needs to be an assistant, and everybody also needs an inquiring mind. They need to look at this page and be curious, rather than be, saying, "Oh, gosh, it just looks like so much work."
Yeah.
That's because most people look at this and they go, "Oh, gee, it just looks like it's going to be so much work." Well, it is going to be so much work. That's the truth.
Maybe we could do sometimes. I don't know if this is too cheesy, but maybe every once in a while somebody could make a little, highlight, a lesson or skill that's kind of buried in there that most people don't get to, and sort of make a video about it, or like what you were doing now, I guess, but kind of make it I guess that's what you're doing. But it's one of those simple things like 13th dimensional disability. Go a little deeper for people.
Yeah, I guess, yeah, it's what we're doing now, and there are millions of other movies that can be made, you know, thousands, hundreds anyway of movies, but really probably millions, as there are millions of people, and each, like any one of the things in this skill would look different depending on who's doing it. You know, if you're doing it, it's going to look like what you did now, and if Matt Damon is doing it, it's going to look like what Matt Damon does.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Kimo Sabi.
well, Tonto, it's been a real pleasure being with you tonight.
When you come to Santa Fe, or if you ever do, or even if you don't, I hope I can introduce you by Skype to this friend of mine. His name is Harijot Singh Khalsa, and he's a Sikh, and he's a young guy. He's got probably in his 30s, and he has the beard and the hair and everything, and he works for a guy with the exact same name. He's a protege of a doctor called Harijot Singh Khalsa. So, he's always like on the internet bragging about. I think this guy's actually your friend. I think he friended you, and he made a video with me once. But he's always talking about his boss or his mentor, Harijot Singh Khalsa, like bragging about him. And he goes, I hope you guys don't think I have a big head, but I'm really talking about my other guy.
Well, I'll tell you, I think that you ought to get him on a movie with me.
Yeah, he's very photogenic.
I think you and him and his boss ought to all get on together.
Well, God, I don't know if his boss would come, but that'd be crazy. I'll ask him sometime.
All right. Well, inshallah, Barb.
Yeah, all that.
And all that rod and all that jolly Tommy Rod.
All that. Now watch out.
Area code 813-672-3419.